foolish beast.
Thanks. I wouldn't have survived if you hadn't shown up. But wait, why are you here? Viderans don't belong in the Forest of Ancients. Oh, I'm Skady, by the way. I'm a Videran adventurer. Actually, a half Videran, half Caledanian adventurer. You know my name. Village Elder Denner told you to come, right? Wait, you're saying that the Kalar heart was stolen? That's terrible news. But if you're asking me whether this has anything to do with Kaladin, I don't have an answer for you. In any event, if you're gonna explore this forest, you'd better be prepared for anything. Did you run into Ato and his people? I'm sure he didn't give you a warm welcome as a priest of Kaladin. Many years have passed since the last war between the two tribes, but the hostility is not forgotten. After all, the two tribes' beliefs about Kalar keep them in irreconcilable conflict. The Viderans use Kalar almost all the time, not just for fighting. But only a few clerics can use it on a limited basis, and only with the permission of the Nameless Goddess.
Nameless Goddess? Is that the god the Caledanians believe in?
That's right. She is their supreme deity. They believe that Kalar and everything else in the world is her creation. Ordinary people of flesh and blood, whether Videran or Caledanian, must not taint the sacred Kalar. To do so is considered blasphemy. Ato and the others are preparing the annual prayer ritual. It's the most important religious event for Caledanians, when they pray for good weather in the coming year. The ceremony is the only time of year when they take out their most holy relic, which is usually kept hidden away. That relic is the Kalar heart. That's why they've been particularly vigilant of late.
It's understandable that they're worried about the theft of their Kalar heart. That calls for extra vigilance. But Kalar is a natural thing. It certainly isn't created by any god. No rational Videran would believe that.
Maybe you're right. But I have both Videran and Caledanian blood, so I can't easily dismiss her existence with rationality.
Oh, that's not what I meant. I'm saying that...
Don't worry. As a bicultural individual, I'm used to it. What I'm trying to say is that I know the Nameless Goddess worshipped by the Caledanians does exist, even if she's not necessarily the creator of Kalar.
She exists? How can you be so sure?
Because I've seen her with my own eyes.
You've seen her?
Yes. I once saw the figure of the Nameless Goddess in an old, abandoned temple. She looks both Videran and Caledanian. Perhaps she looks slightly more Caledanian.
Are you sure that it wasn't a dream? Or an illusion?
I was in a terrible state at the time, but I'm sure it wasn't a dream, much less an illusion. But it's a long story. Let's focus on the issue at hand. The Kalar heart is what you should be most concerned about right now. I'm prepared to be your guide. After all, you saved my life and helped me to retrieve my dagger, which is my most prized possession. It was left to me by a dear friend who passed away. I'll help you, but I'll need some time to get ready. Looks like you're ready to go, Hunter. But if you don't mind, give me a bit more time. It won't hurt to explore the outskirts of the forest first. It's never a good idea to just rush right into the heart of the forest. I'm guessing that your Kalar medium friend has come up empty so far? That is likely due to interference from the bile roaches. The beasts release Kalar when they breed, seek a mate, and hunt. It disrupts the Kalar medium's perception. If you want her to successfully locate the heart's location, then you should probably get rid of that roach first. That bug is cunning, lethal, and well camouflaged. But if you capture its roachlings, which are much easier to deal with, you may be able to draw it out. Use meat to bait the roachlings. They can't resist it.
Great job. It looks like we got rid of all of them. But the beasts we'll be facing next will be stronger than these bile roaches. It'd be good to talk to the equipment artisans about enhancing your equipment.
Huh?
These people have gone too far down the road of madness. Eventually, this madness will consume them. Greetings, Outlander. I am Zatu, leader of the Hawkwolf clan. I am descended from both sky and land. I've heard legends of your people and stories of your ancestors. Our people were first to inhabit this forest, long before the arrival of the Caledonians. For many years, we lived in peace with them. We do not interact with each other, nor do we violate each other's territories, but their religious zealots have upset this balance recently. They have left marks of desecration in our territory, as they have sought to learn how to manipulate monsters, no matter their purpose. They have destroyed the balance, and must pay the price. Outlander, if they are also your enemy, you must be especially careful. They have many weapons, not only slashers. I must keep tracking them. Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to fight side by side one day.
How goes it? Have you found any clues? Tell me everything you know. You had a direct encounter with the Adventists?
Yes, they are all crazed. They not only perform human sacrifice. In my eyes,
Though I do not agree with their methods, the Adventists aren't monsters. In fact, many of them were just ordinary Caledonians living ordinary lives. They weren't so different from you Viderans. It was a tragic fate that led them astray. Many of them suffered terrible misfortune and tragic loss. That's why they pin all their hopes on summoning the goddess.
is that why they're willing to sacrifice their own lives?
Indeed. The sacrificial ritual also offers a kind of atonement.
Atonement?
I once had a conversation with an Adventist who had volunteered for the sacrifice. He had committed unforgivable sins, and his mistakes had caused the death of many people. His life had become a nightmare. He sacrificed his life as a prayer to the goddess, and to borrow her power for his redemption. Such beliefs allow them to be manipulated by the higher-ups in the Adventists.
It's ridiculous! Whether or not the goddess exists, it is the ultimate sign of weakness. Blind sacrifice doesn't bring anything back. Throwing away your life isn't noble, nor does it atone for past sins. There's no point in dwelling on the past.
But if you deny the past, isn't it the same as denying yourself?
I don't see it that way. Each thing that has happened in the past is like a single drop of water in the sea of memories. As long as you're alive, you must look to the future, no matter what you've lost in the past.
If one day you lose something that you truly care about, you may see things differently.
No matter what I lose, I won't become a coward.
Enough! This conversation ends now. It is not possible or necessary to reach a consensus.
Maybe you're right.
I think you're talking too much.
I didn't mean to offend her. I don't know why she got so angry. But she's our guide, and it'll be a problem if she quits. So it's better to go and try to make up.
You found this place after all. Looks like you're pretty stubborn, too. This dagger... well, it's the most important thing I have. Actually, it was left to me by an old friend. As you can see, I'm a descendant of both Videran and Kaladin. This means that I belong neither to you, nor to them. It also means that I'm not accepted by anyone. But she didn't mind my identity. Thus, she became my only friend in Videran. Her father was a scholar who researched Kaladin's culture and language. She also inherited an interest and passion for the forest. We made a pact long ago. When we grow up, we will uncover the secrets of the forest together. We tried our best to fulfill our promise, and came here. We studied the terrain of the forest and explored the forgotten ruins. It was the most fulfilling time of my life, and it should have lasted much longer. However, during one of our explorations, she was assaulted by a beast. She collapsed just like that, right in front of me. I turned to the Kaladinian doctors for help, but there was nothing they could do. Their lofty beliefs kept them from stooping to use their Kalar to save her life. But she didn't hold any grudges, not even against the unfairness of fate, till her last moment. But I hate them, and I loathe myself. I should have protected her. However, I won't leave just because of this. I will continue to explore the mysteries of this forest. This was also her final wish. Is it cowardly to dwell on the past? Perhaps. Although I won't go so far as to sacrifice my own life. I'll never forget her, and the pact we have.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I shouldn't have said what I said.
It's okay. Maybe she would want me to let go of all this. It's just...
Enough about me. I think you should share our findings with your chief hunter.
Speaking, I believe they have something to do with the lost Kalar heart. But I can't allow you to face those fanatics alone. Since you're already familiar with the various fighting styles, it's time I showed you how to upgrade your weapon skill. I know you probably have a lot of questions. Don't fret. I'll take you through the steps. Well done! If you want to test your weapon, I suggest going on an expedition. The Hunters Alliance and I will help locate the beast. Then it's up to you to give it all you've got. Did you see any improvement in your combat ability? You're now ready to continue looking for the lost Kalar heart. You should leave now. Don't keep your friend waiting.
So, you suspect the Adventists have stolen the heart. I suppose that is a possibility. Unlike Ato's group, the Adventists are ruthless. They don't hesitate, even when it comes to sacrificing human lives. Stealing the Videran's Kalar heart isn't something they'd hesitate to do. Not if it suited their needs. But as to their motive, I have no idea why they want it. Although, I do recall coming across a saying when I was studying an ancient Caledonian text. When two morning stars meet, the mother of all creation will arrive. If a morning star refers to a Kalar heart, it begins to make sense. If the Adventists know about that ancient text, their goal may have something to do with the Kaladin prayer ritual. That is the only time Ato reveals their hidden Kalar heart, so that's the only place where the two morning stars could meet. If the Adventists are behind this, we're heading into a serious situation. You've seen the fanaticism of the Adventists. Now they've gained the ability to control wild monsters, possibly even powerful beasts beyond our imagination. Tracking the Adventists is no easy task. Even though I've lived in the Forest of Ancients for many years, I've yet to predict their movements, let alone to sneak into their midst and steal something important from them. But if we can stake out at the site of the prayer ritual, we might have a chance. Because if our suspicions are correct, the Adventists will surely try to bring your stolen Kalar heart to the ritual site. You asked how I know that the ritual hasn't yet taken place? It's simple. Every time a prayer ritual ends, the Forest of Ancients is filled with the blooms of exotic flowers for weeks. The Caledonians see this as the goddess's answer to their prayers. This blooming hasn't happened yet. The exact time of the prayer ritual is determined by the Caledonian clergy, according to the Kalar calendar. This calendar can only be read by sensing the Kalar connections in the heart of the Forest of Ancients. And so, as of right now, I don't know exactly when the ritual will take place. But I will figure it out. I just need a little more time. Just a little more. First, go tell Elder Denor what we figured out. I'm sure he's very anxious.
The Kalar heart was stolen by a Caledonian sect. Is that what Skady thinks as well? Look, she may not be very easy to get along with, but no one knows the Caledonians' religion better than she, so her thinking should be reliable. If that group of religious fanatics can control a slasher, they may be able to manipulate more powerful beasts as well. You will need more help, child. Perhaps Charmila of the Retainers Union can be of assistance. He's a member of the Hawk Wolf clan, and he knows the forest like the back of his hand. According to Com, he is also a seasoned warrior.